Wait. Stop the intro. Stop the music. Hey, everybody. It's your old pal from the future. The future! Otherwise known as your present. As a few of you know, the reactions you're watching, the series you're watching right now, I filmed those a long time ago, and I'm just getting them up to YouTube week by week. But in my time, I need your help to decide what to do when we finish Charmed. What show will we watch next? Now, this show or shows may come to YouTube like before Charmed finishes on YouTube as well. So I've made a poll. I've been talking to people on Patreon about it, and they threw out loads of suggestions at me, and I'm like, well, I don't know, what should we pick, or which show or shows should we pick? So I'm going to get your input on it and see if anything bubbles to the surface, anything rises to the top, just to get an idea for what people will want now and what people will want in the future. So I'd like at least 20 of you to do this poll. I'm going to give you a list of the shows. You can select more than one, anything that you would want to watch on YouTube or on Patreon, and that'll give me an idea, instead of me just picking randomly. So here's the list of the shows. I'm going to list them chronologically from 1999 all the way up to 2020. Roswell, Gilmore Girls, Desperate Housewives, The Ghost Whisperer, The Vampire Diaries, Teen Wolf, Shameless, Scream, Shadowhunters, the new Charmed, the reboot Charmed, Killing Eve, His Dark Materials, and Lock and Key. Those are the main suggestions I got. Now I want you to vote for, don't vote for the ones that you recognize the most, or the most famous ones. Vote for the ones that you would want to watch. Vote for the ones that you would want to watch me watch and react to, and that you might sign up to Patreon to watch. So that's the general feel, that's the general gist of what I'd like you to do, just to vote. And sure, if you have more suggestions than that, you can always leave them in the comment section, and I can add that to my brain for future polls or other slots that might open up. Also, I react to so much more on Patreon than I have time to put up to YouTube, so I'll leave a little link to just what the hell is on my Patreon in the description, because we're watching so many shows recently, like Severance and 1883 and White Lotus, and so many things. We watched all of Dark. We watched The Leftovers. We watched Wednesday. That was fun. I might bring Wednesday to YouTube because it's so short. We watched... you'll see. There's a ton of stuff. I just never advertise it. Anyway, thank you for going to the poll and voting for one or multiple or two or three or four shows. You probably won't be able to see the results straight away. And this is not a binding contract. This is just to give me an idea for what's popular and what people might want to watch. I have other considerations, like, do I want to start a huge, long show that will last for years? Or do I want to get through shorter shows? Or a bit of both? I have to weigh all that up too. Anyway, I'm going to give you back to my previous self. About a year ago. And we're about to watch, what is it? Astral Monkey? It's a stupid title for an actually really good episode. And the ending to that episode, it's an important episode, I think. I like this episode. I really like this episode. We'll talk about that some other time. I don't know. I haven't edited it yet for YouTube, so I don't know what I personally say about it at the time. But thinking back on it, I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. So yeah, thanks. And yes, I know I do want to be putting out 2 a week, for sure. It's just, I just gotta do it, you know? I just gotta do it. We're nearly at season 3. I'm looking forward to editing season 3, so we'll get to it. We'll get to it quickly. Or slowly, or quickly, or both. Right. I'll see you back in the present sometime. More than a cat. Hey everybody, it's episode 20 of season 2 of Charmed. Last time, Dan and Leo had a bit of a punch up. Dan hit a wall. He's a bad aim, you see. Leo was right there. He should have just been able to punch him. I don't know why he didn't. Poor hand. But yeah, Leo was married until his death. And his wife went on to have a nice life. Lovely life without him. He appeared to her, told her to move on. It was really wholesome. And the other stories, there was a ghost, and there was a guy, nasty guy, who worked in a pawn shop. He got away with it in the end. You know we did. You recanted on that confession as soon as the ghost ascended to heaven. I think that's all I gotta say about that. This may be the final 3 episodes of Dan. I don't know why I suspect he'll be gone next season. But hey, I thought Daryl would be killed off in season 1. I don't know if I said that, but I was thinking, hey, Daryl hasn't had much to do. You know? He's just sort of been there. Also in the episodes. So they might kill him off in season 1. I don't think that anymore. I don't think they're going to kill Daryl off. Not this season. But I think they're going to move Dan on. But so I could be wrong. You know, he could be permanent. And shit, maybe they'll kill Daryl in this episode. Hey, do you know who we haven't seen in a while? Did you think I was going to say Jenny? No. Kit. We haven't seen Kit in a while. I was so paranoid about that cat. I thought it was going to turn into their mother or something. In the earlier. I was sure because it had the witchy. I know it belonged to that witch in the pilot episode, but you know, I thought it would be like a secret. It was going to be with them and protect them or spy on them and then turn into a person at some point. It could still do that. Hey, writers in the past. You could still do that. Watching them all along. But we do know it has been at least giving them a warning about astral projection and demons. So if it's bad, it's very independent. And if it's good, it's just a cat. It's just a cat.
Morning. Did you get the postcard from Dan?
Yeah, it sounds like he's having a great time.
Where's he gone?
There's something wrong?
I got another letter from Dr. Williamson.
What?
Wasn't he the specialist that treated you for a royal fever?
He wants me to come in for blood work.
Oh, that guy. Remember that guy?
I can't exactly tell him that.
He was super suspicious.
Here's my granola. I just bought this 2 days ago. Who eats this besides me?
Leo.
Leo's living here?
Leo's gonna be living here. I think we should probably set some ground rules, you know?
Yeah, don't eat my granola.
You really think he's here that much?
He's like the big brother I never wanted. I mean,
What?
had.
Morning. Evan Stone. Ever hear of him?
Hello.
Stone.
I've only seen that movie like 5 times.
Oh, another movie person?
How much do I hate you right now? Unless, of course, the tabloid rumors are true. He is supposed to be...
I do not want to know anything about him. I just want to take his picture and leave it.
Don't tell me about him. What the hell is this?
Of course I got your memo. You can't be serious.
Dude,
90 days ago, Piper Halliwell was admitted here with a royal fever.
what's this?
24 hours, she was completely free of the virus, even though she failed to respond to any of the treatments.
But your subsequent test failed to reveal anything out of the ordinary.
I've only injected the primates with samples of the Halliwell's blood this morning.
How does he have...
Piper Halliwell is fine.
You will not terminate this project.
I believe I already have.
Oh, I'll inject you with all the blood and set the monkeys loose on you.
Alright, I'm not giving up.
This is so weird. What's he doing? What's he doing? Don't mix them. Don't mix them. That's the power of 3 blood. Oh, shit. He's gonna inject himself. He's gonna turn himself into a monkey. Oh! Oh! That Prue monkey? Learned how to use that power pretty well, didn't he? The Piper one hasn't learned to freeze him yet. The Phoebe one's probably just lamenting that she doesn't have useful cage getting out of powers. But maybe that's in the blood too. Yay, kids! I haven't seen kids. Show me kids. Dude, think what you could do with this power.
There's some time between appointments.
Jeffries?
But is he a good guy or a bad guy? I guess time will tell.
So I thought we might discuss.
How'd you
How'd
get
you get over there?
How'd you get over there? You were just... You the Flash?
Listen, I need to get a hold of the Halliwells immediately.
I told you that project's been terminated. Maybe you should take some time off. And I understand your sister's been sick.
And I told you I need to get a hold of the Halliwells immediately.
Ooh. You trying to save his sister?
I want you cleared out of this lab by the end of the day.
That's his motivation. This is interesting. I wonder if it only lasts a certain amount of time, before it works itself out of his system. Wonder if he can save his sister before he goes all evil.
Evan Stone, Prue Halliwell, 415 Magazine.
I'm Lucy, Evan's publicist.
Hey, Lucy.
This is a temporary ID. This could be a problem.
We can call Gil Corso. I'm sure he'd be happy to confirm it.
I'll keep an eye on her while you do that.
Oh, he's got the eyes for her, doesn't he?
Okay.
Well, they've hit it off pretty quickly. He doesn't seem like a douche like the other guy, the other episode. Hey, Mr. Sparkles.
Ever done it on a cloud?
I don't know, does a feather bed count?
Phoebe.
Baby.
I am so sorry.
I mean, it could happen to anyone, especially someone that doesn't have to knock.
Ground rules?
But this will never happen again. You have my word.
She's in the kitchen.
Thanks.
Nope, added to the list.
Orbing in unannounced.
I need you to meet me at my lab as soon as possible.
I'm not going anywhere.
I've got your
You
powers.
don't understand. This is very important. Look, I need your... Miss Halliwell?
No, this is Nurse Jordan, your sister's nurse.
Is she okay?
Is she okay?
Get to your sister's room as soon as possible.
There.
But none of the powers are going to help her. Like he can freeze her. That would slow things down. But they don't have any healing. He would have had to gotten Leo's blood. Oh, astral projected monkey.
Okay, thanks. I got a great shot. It was perfect.
See you later, dude.
Miss
Whatever.
Halliwell,
Oh, jeez, he's following her.
your car keys.
Oh,
Dude, oh, I don't trust this guy anymore. Tabloids. Who is this new girl? I'm pausing it. I was like, what? What's all this about? What's with the tabloid photographs? Two possibilities. One, well, billions of possibilities, but like the first possibility, Prue's going to be super famous as the new girlfriend of this superstar guy. Or two, it's all some sort of weird setup to photograph the guy with girls so that people don't find out that he's gay. That's the way I was thinking about it. You know, because he's got this reputation. But I feel like there needs to be something more to it. He's kind of like, if he is into Prue, he's a bit creepy, following her out. You know, a bit too much. He doesn't, like, he's a superstar, so he doesn't need to chase after her. But then it's just for the scene of the picture being taken, so I don't know. Anyway, Do you think this doctor is going to be able to... I don't know. I'm willing to not think he's evil until he accidentally... He just wants to save his sister. And he thinks the girl's blood is the key to it. But it isn't. It's Leo's. Just get Leo's blood. I know that won't technically solve anything. Just get Leo to save her. You know? As a favor.
They're from Evan. I hope you're happy. You're stealing away my dream man.
Prue, you're back early.
Yes, I am. That's because a monkey
Monkeys!
astral projected to me on the set today.
A monkey?
Yeah.
And I think it wanted my help.
Honey, I think you're working way too hard.
They should trust her. They deal with this sort of thing all the
It
time.
had like an ID bracelet from a hospital on its arm.
I don't think monkeys can astral project. Can they?
Not without powers.
Not unless they have the blood of...
And it would have to have your power too, you know, to find you. Magic to magic.
You said something about a hospital wristband?
It had a rose on it.
Well, they're putting it together.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think he found out about our powers?
BOS. BOS.
BOS.
Oh, Book of Shadows. Book of Shadows.
Alright. I was like, what are they talking about?
They say it's important.
Okay.
Is it about this? The monkeys?
Okay.
The doctor?
My wife is dying. She's 33rd on the wait list, Curtis. She's not gonna live long enough to get a kidney.
I'm sorry.
No. And for every minute that I'm with her, some scumbag criminal is free, at least on a technicality.
Yeah?
Listen to me. She is your sister. Isn't there anything you can do?
What do you mean? Like kill somebody and steal their kidney?
Larry, wait.
Oh, what the hell? Are you having a heart attack, dude?
Get the crash team. Get a gurney in here. Stat. This man's gonna have a heart attack.
You not.
Oh, there it goes.
Let's start compressions.
I'll save 82. I promise.
Systolic pressure below 90.
I need a list of all the criminals who were admitted and released from the hospital jail ward.
Dude, he's supervillain. I know they're criminals, but he's going down a dark path. Are they going to see the monkeys? How can they just walk in here?
He named them after us. That's really scary.
It is kind of weird. Ooh, ripe.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that Dr. Williamson probably knows about us.
Oh, she's getting a flashback to it. She knows he has powers now.
If we don't stop him, the monkeys aren't going to be the only ones in cages.
We just need to talk to him, you know? Talk him down from killing people and maybe save his sister if we can. I don't know how we would, but...
It seems as though you've stiffed me 30 hits.
Oh, this guy's gonna get...
Oh, you know what? Let me tell you something. Man.
House call.
Oh, he's gonna take his kidney. You can't come back from this, Doc.
Wait.
Who is this mystery woman in
You're famous, Prue.
Why did he send her flowers?
Hi, hello, bigger problems.
It was more than a miracle. As if he was clairvoyant.
Yeah, like he could tell the future.
You could tell that just by looking at him?
No, he touched him first.
She's very observant.
It's a list of names and addresses of people who were admitted into the jail ward in the hospital.
I've taken care of everything. A lot of people are gonna be okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start killing the criminals and saving the innocent.
Get my sister prepped and ready for a kidney transplant. Unrelated living donor, but an exact match. No questions.
Don't ask questions, Judy. I think you need some sleep. Yay!
Some lowlife named Benny Ritter had a kidney removed.
Any idea who did it?
MedTech said whoever gutted him stitched him up. Yeah, we'll definitely be looking for somebody with medical training.
You can't.
I had a feeling you were gonna say something like that.
Let us take care of it.
We have to find him before the cops do. Keep thinking if I just answered one of his letters.
Hey, this isn't on you. Oh, she's taking that too much. I still think it's gonna wear off. It's gotta wear off. You know, it's not like the blood stays in the system forever. It'll get, like... I'm not a doctor, I don't know. But I presume these monkeys will run out of juice soon, and then the doctor won't be able to... Or they could just obliterate him, but he is just a normal guy. He's not a demon, he just wants to... The real question is, does his sister survive? His sister is completely innocent. There is a kidney. We could put it back inside the drug dealer, or we could give it to the sister. This is an interesting ethical question. It's more ethical to give it back to the drug dealer right now than to give it to the sister. But once it's inside the sister, who's going to make the choice to take it out of her and put it back in him? You know? So no matter what we think of the doctor, his sister is perfectly fine. You know? She doesn't know anything about it. She didn't grab him and go, "Get me a kidney! Kill everybody in the hospital until you get me one." You know? She wasn't like that. Or maybe she would be. Maybe she's like super evil. Maybe she's a demon. You know? Like the worst of the worst. Her brother has no idea, he just loves her. And now because of this decision, or maybe she's like a drug manufacturer, you know, like, and that drug dealer is like her henchman or something, and like she's even higher tier criminal. She's just a normal girl, right? Anyway. These monkeys are chaos incarnate.
At me? Somebody please help me!
There's paparazzi outside.
Oh my god. It's photographers.
New girlfriend has monkeys.
So, what's the bad news?
Dr. Williamson is cosmically screwed. He's got your powers in his mortal body.
How do we fix him?
So, what's going to happen to him?
He'll, go mad.
No, jeez. That's not his fault, then.
See, your magic is meant for doing good, but in the wrong person, somebody not ready for it, that need to do good things.
Could go bad?
Real bad.
Yeah, kill all the criminals to save all the good people.
It's nobody's fault, all right? Dr. Williamson chose his own path.
No.
Nobody's actions except his own.
The monkey ejected him.
Evan, my front yard is...
Yeah, could you tell people we're not dating?
It'll blow over. You're a normal red-blooded American girl with nothing to hide, right?
No.
Let whatever energy they're throwing at you just pass right on by. Because eventually that energy comes back around and leads them to someone else.
Dude, what?
Evan, please.
You got a cell phone?
No, he's gonna fix it. Is he a decent guy?
Hello, this is Julius. Evan Stone and his new girlfriend are at the Bayview Soundstage.
You know you're gonna get trampled.
I'll just tell him I dumped you. I'm a bad boy, remember?
Thanks for the flowers.
You deserve them.
You're a very bad man. Selling guns to children.
Oh, the worst.
Truly heartless of you.
Did you just take his heart? That's so much worse than taking a kidney.
I'm getting the us out of them. And if it works, then hopefully we'll find Dr. Williamson.
Oh.
Phoebe, I think you did it.
It did do it.
Okay, here.
Hey, Darryl.
Tell me again I'm not hunting down some demonic son of a bitch. Not bothering to stitch up his victims anymore.
Oh.
He's killing people?
Yes. Somehow he's getting in and getting out without anybody seeing him. He's using your powers, isn't he?
Yes, but we found a way to stop him.
Not if I stop him first.
Oh.
If you try to stop him, he will kill you.
How about we all go together? You know, I'll distract him with my bullets, and you get him to drink something.
You got a buyer for these? Because I met somebody in county that might be able to move them for you. Bobby!
You're not Bobby.
Was that his name?
Oh, he took the head off this one.
Get out of here now.
Nice. You can't freeze them. And Prue can match him power for power.
Listen to me, you're sick.
I'm saving lives.
We have medicine for you.
You know, I really have you to thank for all of this.
Couldn't have killed those people without you.
Don't say that.
Jeez, Piper is already feeling bad about being a witch. I don't think he's going to take it voluntarily. Ah, that cure. What do we do now? Put the cure in a bullet? Oh, it's crying.
Guys, we need to talk about what we're gonna do. I mean, we have the elixir.
He trashed it.
So we'll make more.
Even if I made more elixir, Piper, we'd never get it into him.
He was my doctor. He tried to save my life, remember?
Look, we need to face the fact that he's one innocent that we might not be able to save.
You guys want to vanquish him?
He's a regular human, though. We can't do that.
He's not a demon. He's a human being.
Not anymore.
I'm with Piper.
We can't use our powers to punish anyway.
But we're not punishing, all right? We're saving lives. All you have to do is freeze him.
And then what? You're gonna move him into the path of an oncoming bus, drop a building on him, kill him?
I don't think there's any way out of this one.
I don't believe this.
Oh, here he is. Who's with Piper? This guy's just infected, you know?
Dr. Williamson?
Holy shit, look at this thing.
Piper, freeze him!
Oh. Whoop.
Whatever you do, do not unfreeze that thing.
Can you just move out of the way? Just get out of the way. It's like ultimate frisbee.
When I tell you to, just let go.
Why?
You're done playing around. Hit the deck.
Dude.
No! Please don't die. Come on.
This is...
Look at me. Come on.
Piper, honey.
I'm sorry.
At least everything's back to normal.
Yeah. Gotta pause it a little bit. I know it's a funny episode about monkeys, but it got very real very quickly. Technically, that guy killed himself. That was a cheaty way out of that situation. His own push somehow ricocheted off the back wall and came back and got him himself. So they didn't kill him. But I'm with Piper on that one. I'm with Piper on that one. We'll talk about it when the episode's almost over, so we'll talk about it then. Can we put these monkeys somewhere?
They'll be safe tomorrow when I drop them off at the Wildlife Conservatory. What do you think of Evil?
Oh! Whoop, whoop. Mm.
You are gonna miss them, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now what do you got in your hand? Ooh. All their files?
Piper.
Are you okay?
His name was Curtis.
Whose name is Curtis?
The first person we killed.
They never married because he was working all the time, saving lives. Now his life is over, and I can't help but feel responsible for that.
We tried to save him.
Though he didn't. Because we couldn't. I couldn't.
Can't have this music. They need a different music for when the episode ends like that. They can't have the that one. This is my favorite because it has the cool little like pipe music, like we're on a tropical beach or something. Oh, that got me. Piper got me emotional there. If this episode had happened here's the thing about the timing of these episodes. If I was to redo the season, remember that episode where Piper had enough of being a witch? Put this episode before that episode. Because when that happened originally, I thought it was a bit... Not that it came from nowhere, but that it's... I don't know, I was like, why is like, I get it, but why is it affecting her so much now? This episode right before that one, I would have been all on board with how she was feeling. I would have been like, yep, I get it now. And I mentioned in the reaction that, no, this won't do anything for her, her mood about being a witch. This was a good episode. The monkey stuff was goofy. I don't care much for animals in TV shows. Like, remember that episode where all the animals were in P3? Remember that crazy one? With those frat guys who were actually animals? The monkeys were funny, but it was too much chaos for me. That guy, that Prue guy? The actor guy? I don't know what to think about that guy. I'm just going to stick with my theory that he's a gay man, but he uses his image. He sets up these photo op things to give him the reputation as a bad boy, but he doesn't actually, he's not, he doesn't go on dates with them, or he doesn't do anything. He sends them flowers, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's just for his image. So he's super marketable, and everybody flocks to see his movies. And he's super available as well, so he doesn't settle down with any of them. So that people who are fans of his still think they might have a chance with him, if they met him in real life. That's my headcanon on that guy, because there's nothing, we'll never see him again. And the way he was acting in all those scenes seemed to, I wasn't sure what my footing was with him. Like, he was kind of a nice guy in some of them, kind of semi-creepy, kind of weirdly understanding with her. That he was being philosophical. He didn't see the monkey, but good at fake fighting. So that's something. Let's take these out. But the doctor, we knew the doctor would come back because he was super... I thought he was super evil, actually, the first time we saw him. I thought he would be linked to some government project to uncover, like, and use powers for nefarious means, Turns out he's just a normal doctor. With a very sick sister. We didn't have to worry about this, what happened with the sister in the end. We didn't find out. Or the brother-in-law, did he survive too? Yeah, he just had a heart attack, he was fine. But what happened in this episode is, sure, he was trying to get to the root of Piper's miraculous healing. And he thought, maybe it's in her blood, maybe it's in her family's blood. We're going to use the blood on these monkeys. Maybe something there will give us a hint as to what's going on. Then when the other doctor was trying to shut it down, he was like, okay, maybe if I combine one last shot at this, maybe if I combine all 3 of these samples and give it to one of the monkeys, maybe that'll help. But the Prue monkey grabbed it and jabbed him. And that, it infused him with a sense of, 1, protect the innocent, 2, you've got superpowers, and 3, you're not ready for this. You're not emotionally, physically ready for this. So he's got a flood of... And he's got the cop, his sister's boyfriend in his ear, or husband or whatever, saying, all these people go free, and this happens to your sister? So he's got that echoing in his brain. So he's like, okay, I could save someone, save an innocent, and also save the city from an evildoer. Just kidney out, kidney in. Then once he's done that, he's like, well, why stop here? There's still more bad people out there, more good people to save. Lower the bad, increase the good. Now the girls have learned the lesson that we can't just punish evil. They learned it they learned it in a flash forward episode where Phoebe gets burned to death. Another very affecting moment in the show. But all of this is to say that this guy, although I thought he was sort of semi-evil, I was like, what's the deal with this guy? Let's keep an eye on him in future. In that first episode, in the second episode, when he was being evil, when he was acting like a demon, all I could think was, this guy is an innocent that they have to save. And they did try to save him. But only Piper of the three thought that it was the wrong decision, of the four if you include Leo, to just take him out. You know? She was the only one who thought it was wrong. And we can see that not only before, in the conversations they had before, but how they were acting afterwards. Prue and Phoebe were kind of laughing and joking with each other and with the monkeys in the scene after. And Piper was still upset about it. Because he was just a guy. Now, did I like the guy? Of course not. Do I care? Do I care one bit that he is dead? No, of course I don't. Of course I don't. I don't care if they never mention him again. But for the character, for Piper's character, and her reaction to the whole situation, I love it. I love what they've done in this episode. I don't think Prue or Phoebe are. I'm not going to feel bad towards them. Like this guy was killing people. We got to stop the guy killing people. He's got powers. We have no choice. And we didn't kill him. He killed himself. That's important. That's important. If Prue had flung it back at him, or, heaven forbid, got one of her own and just killed him, that would have been on Prue, and that would have been a very different ending and a very different conversation we would have had to have. So, luckily, it ricocheted and hit him. He killed himself with his own lack of control and his own anger, and he was infected with their blood. Yeah. But Piper, she made me feel it. Top-notch emotional acting. I really felt the reality of it. And she didn't just get over it in the next scene. Like, she appreciated what Phoebe had written, you know? She thought she was going to get, like, a list of Leo's ground rules, but Phoebe was like, this is the kind of guy I would like. So, I like that. It also reminds me of a question I got on last week's episode. Or maybe it was the episode before. But what kind of guy I could see Phoebe being with? We'll see. See who she ends up with, or what group of guys come next into her life. Hopefully not all at once. Piper's been there. It doesn't end well. Oh, and Dan, he sent a postcard from, I don't know, the moon? Somewhere else. But yeah, this is Piper's episode. And I feel like this has implications for the next couple of episodes. It may be her character in the show, you know? They've obliterated plenty of people, like plenty of demons. But this guy just got, I don't know. I guess you could see it like he was, okay, look, to soften it a bit, to take the humanity away from him a bit. If he was a werewolf, would we feel just as bad? Probably not. But the people who are werewolves, they don't have a choice either. Or the Wendigos, you know, you get bitten, then you turn. You know, you didn't get a choice in that. Same with vampires. Have we had any vampires in this show so far? I don't think we have, actually. I don't think we've had a single vampire. Perhaps deliberately? Because of Buffy? Don't want to be retreading things? Don't think we've had werewolves either, actually. What am I saying? I'm saying I'm glad that there's consequences to their actions, and that obliteration and then happy endings aren't always just the way it goes. That sometimes the price has to be paid for what happens. You know? What happened to those monkeys? Where were they sending them? I'll probably pick it up in editing. So that was episode 20. Thank you for watching. And we'll see if... I'm super curious. If there's a sense of... I'm curious if there's going to be a sense of continuity in the next episode. Usually there is. I want to see how Piper's acting in the next episode. Or if it's referenced at all. I'm glad that Prue and Phoebe didn't go after her and just left her deal with it on her own and with Leo. Whew. Yeah, tough one. Good show. You get a thumbs up from me for this one. Monkeys aside, that weird actor guy aside, it was worth it for the hard decision. Plus the sister survived and we didn't take her kidney back, because presumably that guy died. It just takes care of itself, doesn't it? Plus, was that doctor really bad guy? I mean, it's one of those trolley problems, isn't it? You know, if you could kill one person, harvest or organs to save 5 people, should you do it? Anyway, we'll see what moral quandaries come up in the next one. Why am I doing this? This is my go pose. I'll see you next time.